Hey guys, Chris Amos here with Winding Road Magazine. This week I've had the Cadillac ATS-V Coupe, and this one is fitted with winter tires since it's a little bit chilly out. These are Blizzak LM32 tires, 235s up front and 275s in the rear, and those are on 18-inch wheels. I am really pretty impressed with this car. It's a lot of fun to drive. It's nimble. The twin-turbo V6 sounds pretty good, and it performs great. And features like launch control, no lift shift, and the traction control work really well in track mode. And overall, this is just a really nice car. I'd be hard-pressed to choose between this and an M3, M4. It has... The interior is probably the only knock against it that I would say is the interior is pretty basic. Nobody likes the Q system, but I think once you kind of get used to it, it wouldn't be too bad on a daily basis. One nice thing about this car is it has the performance data recorder, and it's got a little secret compartment here where you can put things. That's kind of neat. Good party piece to show your friends. This also has the track package, lots of carbon fiber accents. Actually, let's whip out the Monroney here and I'll give you some specifics. So, this specific vehicle is, total MSRP is $74,635 and starts at $62,665. Extras on this are track performance package for $6,100 that comes with carbon front splitter, rear diffuser, body color rear spoiler, Recaro seats, $2,300 option, and then the Cadillac user experience, which is Q, surround sound, and all that. These Recaro seats, oh man, these things are awesome. Not only do they have a ton of adjustability, so you can go and adjust side bolsters, tweak those to your liking, lumbar support, and leg bolsters here. But also they're just super comfortable, and they really keep you in the car very well. And look at that, they look pretty badass. They look pretty good. Other than that, little storage compartment here. Another place to plug in your radar detector, which you'll need. No sunroof in this car. Yeah, let's take it for a little drive here. Well, most likely I've posted quite a bit of content on this car already, but I just wanted to give you guys some thoughts on how I feel about the car after the end of this week. So the car is a lot quieter in touring mode, and then when you put it into track, the exhausts open up and you get a little bit more sound out of the car. Traction control is a 2-stage button, and then you have 4 performance traction modes in track mode: dry, wet, Sport 1, Sport 2, Sport 3, and then race. And personally, I like to keep it in race because it lets you have a little bit of fun, but it definitely keeps you in check. And this car is just a blast to drive. It's a lot of people have complained about the shifter. I don't know what they're talking about. I think the shifter feels great. It's kind of a combination between the M3, M4 shifter and a Camaro. So it has kind of that notchiness to it. Really positive gear engagement. You can shift so quickly with it too. I mean, you can just bang gears. If you, we'll do a launch control up here, but if you put it in launch control mode and you flat foot shift from first to second, you can just shift really quickly. And for that, it's fantastic. I haven't missed a gear in it. It's accurate. There's pretty good feel. I'm a big fan of the shifter. Clutch is weighted nicely. Brake pedal, all your braking is at the top of the pedal. and it's got pretty decent feel. ABS isn't too intrusive. Really nice car. Steering with these winter tires, you know what's going on with the front wheels. This has a little bit more understeer than it would normally because the fronts have 235s on them instead of the stock 245s, and the rears I think are a little bit narrower too. But overall, this is just a really nice package. The car's balanced. It rotates really well around turns. You can give it a little bit of throttle and it'll step out, and this is a shorter wheelbase car, and it's lightweight and it's nimble, so you're not. It's a little twitchy on the limit, but it's definitely predictable and a lot of fun to drive too. I would say when you compare this car to the M3, M4, and even the C63 AMG, this just offers a little bit more of a visceral and old school, and probably I'd say a little bit more of an engaging driving experience. It may not have the outright performance of its competitors, but it's definitely a really nice drive, and it splits the difference between daily driving comfort and high performance tire shredding machine really, really well. It does a good job of kind of bridging those dual personalities. Another thing I like about it is when you turn rev match off, you can actually rev match yourself pretty well. A lot of cars with these rev match systems, they kind of, it's tough to get a good rev match out of them normally. But this thing is properly quick. I'd honestly say it's a little bit quiet for my tastes, but there's always room for the aftermarket. This does have it has an exhaust valve, or a dual mode exhaust, where in track mode it does get a little bit louder, but in my opinion, it could do with a little bit more sound. Let's turn around up here, and I'll show you a braking test and a 0 to 60. So here's heel and toe on my own. Pedals are positioned really well for heel and toe action. Pretty good traction in the snow with these winter tires. I took it out last night. There was just a little bit of a light dusting on the roads, and it felt pretty good. I mean, really, when you have a rear-wheel drive sports car or rear-wheel drive sports sedan on the snow and the ice, it really comes down to what type of tires you're running. And these Blizzaks do a good job. ABS seems to work pretty well too. Alright, I'll show you guys the brakes here. Here's 60 miles an hour. Pretty good on winter tires. And then here's launch control. Check this out. No lift shift, keeps the boost on, keeps the turbo spooling, so you have basically zero lag between first and second. And it's a fast shift. It's really quick. Let's take it around some turns up here. Turn-in is nice. it's pretty sharp, it's good. I mean, it's nothing phenomenal, but also it doesn't really leave much to be desired. And we're on winter tires, so it's not going to be as sharp as what you'd want. You know, with this car, I can see how it wouldn't exactly have the immediate appeal of the M3 and M4 and the C63 AMG, because it is about the same price point. However, once you start driving it and you live with it, it's a really pretty enjoyable package. And the power is, it's addictive. Want to settle down and not drive like a hooligan, it does that too. Turning radius isn't too bad. We'll do rev match off here. Hooks up really well under power. It does a really nice job of putting its power down. And these are, you know, slightly greasy conditions. It's 31 degrees outside. It hooks up well. With the performance data recorder the other day, we recorded a 3.8 second 0 to 60. I don't know if we can look at that or not, but I mean, it was just. It was pretty fast, and that was on winter tires. You know, I think you could get a car like this, tune it, put an exhaust, an intake, and you'd have something that's putting down a lot more power. It would sound nice, it'd be streetable, it'd be reliable. Be a really nice daily driver and track toy if you wanted to on the weekends. Like I said, a little twitchy on the limit, but stability control kept me in check. There's still pretty good torque in 6th gear. You can be on the highway cruising and you get a little bit of acceleration out of it. And above 2,000 RPM, those exhaust valves open up, and you can hear the exhaust note a little bit better. And also, you know, a lot of cars, when you put them in the sport mode or the race mode or track mode, they just become really kind of awkward to drive in daily driving circumstances, where the throttle map is super aggressive and you can't really drive normally or drive, you know, within the speed limits without, you know, going full boost everywhere. This car, this ATS-V, has a really good linear throttle map for track and sport mode. It doesn't really back things off very much for touring. It just kind of changes the exhaust and changes the way that boost comes on. So really, I've just been driving this around all week in track mode because I want the sound, I like the steering feel. You really do get a little bit better steering feel in these modes because of the magnetic ride. And that's something else I haven't talked about. The magnetic shocks in this car are awesome. They work really, really well. There's just a very subtle difference in ride quality between touring and track and sport mode. But still, like, just the car is so composed. It rides really well over harsh bumps. There's no float, but it's also very livable. It's not stiff. It's stiff when you want it to be. So it's stiff when you're cornering. You set it in on a corner, it sets, it holds its line, it holds its angle of roll. And it's just the suspension is very, very good. That's one major advantage to this car compared to a lot of the other competitors, is the magnetic ride control, the shocks. I mean, they're just fantastic. Can't really say enough good things about them. Of course, when GM developed this technology, they've incorporated it on a lot of different platforms, a lot of different performance applications, and it works really well. You almost can't beat it when compared to a traditional damper. This car sprung really well too. It's just a really nice balance between comfort and then it dishes out the performance when you need it. Not a lot of fancy tech stuff going on in this car. Like, we don't have blind spot things going on with the mirror. There's no radar guided cruise control. There's just cruise control. And I kind of like that about this car. It keeps things simple, it keeps things basic. You're focused on the driving experience. There's no fluff. This is a driver's car. It's for people who enjoy driving and they want just a little bit more of a raw driving experience. I think that's about all I have to say about the Cadillac ATS-V Coupe. Well, I'd probably want the sedan just because I think a fast sedan is just a little bit cooler. You can throw people in the back seat a little bit easier, and it's just my personal preference. So, anyway, guys, I'll leave you on that note. This has been your POV review on the 2016 Cadillac ATS-V Coupe. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.